Oh, that should do it. Perfect. Because no more voice mod. Because that thing was expensive and did nothing. Good morning.
Hello.
How'd the lab go?
How'd what go?
The lab.
Work?
Yeah.
It's going pretty well, actually. It's a little terrifying because there's a month left of this rotation. And, I don't have quite as much done as I hope. So, level 14?
The level 14, I believe, yes, because otherwise you will not survive the Deathless Arena, because that's what they chose to do, rather than talk to people some more.
We're jumping 2 levels.
No, you were at level 13 before.
I wasn't.
Oh, well, I did put it in the Discord, but now you're level 14. Congratulations.
Alright, I'll do that now.
Okay. Good morning.
Ahoy hoy.
Are you in
I am
Texas?
fortunate. No. That non-zero turned very rapidly into a zero. Because it was partially a piece of equipment our company makes, but not my shop. But also the customer being dumb.
But you can make a pump out of Legos. Anyone can do it.
Yeah, but I don't have those Legos in my shop. So we make the guys in the other shop that do have those Legos do it. But yeah, so we sent down 2 panels, and each panel can run 2 pumps at once along with the other things. One of the pumps died. They then moved it from plugged into one outlet to the next. Next outlet died. Turns out the inside wire, there's a short in that pump. The inside wires of that cable are blackened.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and they kept plugging it into each pump outlet, which then progressively caused all those fuses to blow. So we at least rapidly determined it wasn't my panels that did it. But when it's a third of $1 billion contract, we kind of want to make sure that customer's happy, so...
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Did everyone level to 14?
D.
I was doing it now.
I see him awaken my child.
Yeah, I know I was gonna take aura shaping and then I was gonna take aura shaping, or what's the other one? I think it's called the effortless. Wait, I don't need the effortless concentration one. Yeah, I don't need that one yet.
If you don't have anything that needs it.
Yeah, I'm gonna save the fire form for later because I think that's the only one that's the polymorph one.
Can you summon elementals from your gates and stuff?
Yes.
Yes. I know for sure if you take the familiar option, you can use your familiar as a conduit to become a elemental summon.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
If I'm a little bit absent for the first 5 minutes, that's because I just got my dinner from the stove.
Oh, no sweat. You've got 15 minutes to eat, sir. I'm not gonna rush you.
Oh, okay.
2 people are leveling to level 14, so they need time anyway.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Have I finished doing that?
That's a
Oh,
good
God.
question. Why did you all forget the level up? Except
No,
for
I think I
Crash?
did, yeah. I wasn't sure. but I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Finally, Tatters grows into his true power, forcing others to open doors.
Oh, no. Asim was not signed up. I'll delete that ping. He's not gonna come to the Deathless Arena.
He showed up to the normal arena instead. Oh
Yeah.
god.
He showed up to the dead arena where everything there is just dead and it's like it's a ghost town.
They worked very hard with the materials that they rented from Lowe's, which, by the way, you have to return for them now.
Yeah, but Crash, every arena Asim gets to is a dead arena when he's finished.
Yeah, but this one would be dead like when he shows up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and like I said, it's like a ghost town in there. Because there's probably ghosts, but that's about it.
Oh, Tatterstraws has the ultimate don't kill them spell now.
Yeah, I told you. Finally, my ultimate power, forcing others to open doors.
You drop them into your randomized TARDIS.
No, it's his dollhouse.
It's my
Oh.
dollhouse.
Wow, his dollhouse basically is a TARDIS, so yeah.
Yep.
All the while in every room, it's just like, play with me. Like Chucky. Which is really weird. We didn't get a Chucky-esque doll. We got like a regular doll for the campaign. I was expecting horror elements from Tatterstraw, and they never came.
I think I might replace the chain infusion with the aura shaping, and then for my 14 feet, pick the jellyfish stance.
You can take jellyfish stance?
It's the
Oh.
kineticist one.
Oh, the kinesis. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
It does the same thing.
Doge, I thought you remember you saying you looking for other archetypes too. Like, did you go martial artist?
Nah, it's not worth it on kineticists since they get like their weapon expertise basically gets the same as a caster.
Oh no, I know. It's just that's why I was confused when you said jellyfish. Like,
Nah,
was the archetype you went with martial artist?
nah,
Right.
I just went medic because like I have no other idea of what to take.
Well, while I have you for at least the next 5 minutes, while you're finishing your level ups and stuff before we begin, I would like to introduce 2 new rules from the remaster with your permission. We'll keep them as is for now until you're ready and comfortable for them, but I think you'll like what they are. The aid check for DC 20 is now DC 15. Would you like me to change that?
Sure.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
8 is now DC 15 only?
aid is now DC 15 only, making humans incredibly more powerful with the power of cooperation and their broken feats that add to aid.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, I have this.
Yep.
I have what untrained
I'm happy about it.
improvisation.
Yep. I have to ask before I introduce it because we're technically still using the older system, like we did for vitality and the other things. That way, you guys can actually get hurt during certain encounters.
Yeah. This sounds broken.
It is broken. That they want humans to be more powerful. All right. The next is go ahead.
Speaking of helping and working together, I can now speak to anything
Oh God.
who needs to be a kineticist.
Yeah. You can't talk to fire. I can.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm still waiting for
Fire
you.
is not an object.
I'm still waiting for you to talk to fire like in the Beavis and Butthead newer episodes.
Wait,
Fire's
Kunik,
not
I
an
think I took
object.
that in your game. I gotta check. I think I took
Yeah.
the one where I could talk in your game to fire.
All right, now the next one. Recall knowledge is now any knowledge skill, but you must ask a specific question.
What do you mean by any?
Any knowledge, so you can use occult on undead.
Oh, okay. It's just, but the further out it is, the harder it is.
Correct. That's why you must ask a
That's fair.
specific question.
Oh, that
Again,
sounds cool.
Again, this is up to you. Do you feel comfortable with putting it into this campaign, even though there are only 2 modules left?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and no one here is a witch, so I don't have to go over how broken witches are now, because they became a much better class. Speaking of which, Lord Hyrule, he's a witch now.
What's broken about the witch?
You're gonna find out.
Oh, I just realized Taji is the one that can actually talk to fire.
So knowing that Hyrule is a witch,
Yep.
I'm gonna make sure when we confront him, we bring a large set of scales and a duck.
Ah, yes.
And somebody with a feat to talk to witches.
Oh, Asim! Hey, sir!
Hello.
You didn't sign up. I pinged you by mistake. I'm sorry. Are you okay to play? Or you don't have to if you
Yep.
don't want to.
Nope, I'm good. I forgot.
Did you level up to 14?
Did I level up to 14?
That is
I think
the
you and
question.
I were talking the most about it, and then at the end of last time.
I think I might have done it while we were still alive last time.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have the mummy breath now.
Yeah.
All right. So
just-
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, nothing. No, go ahead.
So we went over 2 house rules we're going to institute now. We have to tell them to you before we get the final yes. Aid would be moved from DC 20 to DC 15 now with the new remastered rules. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, for knowledge checks, it can be any knowledge to do the identification of properties and whatnot, but you must ask a specific question. So you can use occult to say identify an undead, but you must ask a specific question about them. Would you be comfortable with that?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we'll use those.
If anything, I would argue we should have been able to use a cult to at least identify some undead before, anyways.
That is exactly why they changed it in the remaster, because before, with what I was given, it says undead must be identified with religion, because they gave me that little chart that went with them.
No. I mean, like, for like certain individual kinds of undead.
Oh yeah,
having occultism as a specific one to just because of that would make sense anyways, and I don't think they did that.
Yeah.
But like some different spirit, like poltergeist stuff, occultism would make sense to go with that one too.
Or a slime zombie, which you've already encountered. Yeah, that would have made sense.
I have a question. I remember there being some kind of a rule that you can't increase your focus pool over 3.
Yes.
Is that
Correct. That is the hard limit.
unfortunate?
But in the remaster, focus points work a little bit differently now, so you can actually regain them passively outside of battle so long as you rest. You no longer have to focus.
Well, wasn't it you still have to focus, but you never have to take those feats to refocus more. Like the refocus action always is full.
Yes. But it's more of you get them. You don't have to really ask for them anymore during a rest.
All right, I mean that seems like very much needed, especially if like you're one of the classes that gets a lot of focus points, like a psychic or oracle.
Or monk or paladin builds.
Yeah.
I call them 10-minute bitches.
I mean, at least it's only 10 minutes. It's better than the hour bitches of warlocks in 5e.
Bro, we need another short rest.
I'm sorry, but Larian says you can only have 2 per day.
Huh.
It's amazing how those devs at Larian did a better job than the Wizards of the Coast people over 5 years.
I feel like Wizards of the
Yep.
Coast is like basically just a cash grab.
You could even say Wizards of the Coast is coasting.
Oh.
Okay, so looking at my thing, the Sea Glass Guardians, they can actually heal you if you're undead, if I'm not mistaken. They don't have a trait that says they don't. So it's not illegal.
Well, let's see here. Eerily beautiful elemental water beings race around you, eager to protect you and heal you and your allies. Well, it says heal. Their forms may vary and might include eels, transform, blah 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 blah. What +1 status bonus to AC and saving throws is nice. And that's the kinetic aura. Is that status bonus the same as Tatterstraw's thing?
I think they are status bonuses. Yeah.
If any creature is affected... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, just that would mean Tatters doesn't have to worry about putting up inspired defense if he's not doing the better version.
Alright, so it's Primal Stance, Water, Impulse, Kineticist. I don't see Positive, Holy, or anything on it, so you are correct.
Alright.
It is not illegal. You are using water, basically.
Yes.
I mean, all liquid medicine is most like 99% water.
I thought it was liquor.
I mean, liquor's also mostly water.
Yep, so I can... Oh, I gotta turn it off. Oh, now
Except
I
for-
have the ability to switch them.
Except for, like, the really good liquor, which is mostly liquor.
Alright.
Yep, so now I have a defensive aura with an offensive aura and then a mobility aura.
That's a lot of auras.
It's really
I am the
complicated.
aura
I can
kineticist.
rage.
You could even say you're an oracle.
No.
No.
No. Alright, so how are you challenging Hyrule here? You have to be very careful about this because he is your superior as a Bloodlord. And you basically want to take him to the Deathless Arena, and he can refuse your challenge, so you have to do this in such a way delicately that he can't refuse you, but at the same time you don't want him to publicly humiliate you when he accepts your challenge. So how are you doing this?
Well, we found documents showing him hiring these ghouls to come after us, right?
Yes, they were at his private residence. You went into his private residence, and you snooped around while the servants watched you, helpless to stop you, and read through his mail.
For which we had reason.
Probable cause, okay.
If we want to be spiteful, we could call him out for being too scared to do his own business.
I think we found. I can't remember if we found the evidence of him having something to do with shipping the crates.
He was hired by the guy who now works for us to mess with that. The guy who works for us was hired by him to do it, so we kind of have that evidence.
You have evidence he hired a smuggler. Smuggler did not know what he was smuggling.
And then we have one or two pieces of evidence from the food.
Ah, yes, it's very unfortunate what happened there down at the docks. But who was...
I know one piece you handed over to one of the investigators. I forgot who it specifically it was.
Either Haroon is too incompetent to have it stopped whatever happened at the docks, or he orchestrated it. He should probably keep Makata safe, but if he's not capable...
Do we just call him out for being a heretic?
You do know he had a crisis of faith a while ago.
I mean, Urgatho is kind of the main religion in the nation. Not officially, but it's the biggest one. He was part of that, and is now following a great old one of gluttony. So there's a confliction also with Urgathoa and even Kabiri. So Kortaj Khan also probably not cool with that.
Do you know the name of the patron or the great old god that he now does the thing with?
Orgesh.
Orgesh. And what's so great about Orgesh exactly?
He's the whole black blood thing guy.
Ah, Soul Eater.
Could we use... I have notes about some posters of Iori. Can we use those in any way? It's not the worst thing one could have.
I don't think anyone cares about Iori here. One way or
Yeah.
the other, particularly.
It's...
Could we frame him for something to do with Pharasma?
I mean, there was a positive energy incident while those ghouls attacked us. And it was certainly not us.
Yeah, most certainly.
Couldn't have.
He could have given them some kind of positive energy weapon to use against us. So not only did he hire assassins to take out other Bloodlords, he gave them positive energy weapons.
That's basically allying with Pharasma. In my books.
Then again, we could always just nail a note to his door saying, "You, sir, are a bitch."
That's a pretty good one right there.
Lots of options. What are you doing?
Do we want to reach out to one of the factions that we're in with to find out anything they know that would be a good way of doing it?
You can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you going to? The Celebrants, the Tax Collectors Union, the Builders League, the Traders Consortium?
So we're, according to my notes, we're in the best with the Builders League, but the Celebrants unfortunately might better know how to do this.
There are a lot of vampires who are Celebrants.
Well, and they're usually all about Urgathoa stuff, so...
And they can put on a show.
Yeah, that's what I mean. As much as I hate to admit it, they might be the right ones for this.
Ah, and therein lies the clutch that we discussed the first session. Why did they get so powerful so quickly? Everyone hates them, but they tolerate them. All right, so
Yeah. Let's pay a visit to the celebrants and see if we can find out if there's a good way of calling him out, what the best way would be.
okay.
Leave it like hypothetical. If we were to call out another Bloodlord, possibly for the Deathless Arena, how would we do so to make it as likely for them to respond to the challenge and also make it look good?
Okay. Those are specific questions, and I can answer them with a representative at the scenarium. Bismuth, are you attacking this celebrant person trying to
No.
help you?
No,
What are you
I'm just,
doing?
I'm making sure the new stats work correctly.
Okay.
Sorry, just 1 second.
And more and damage, just
They
to
do.
be certain.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you can go to the scenarium, and there are representatives from the celebrants there, and believe it or not, they get asked these questions a lot because most of the time people ask, like, how do I challenge someone in the Deathless Arena, and then they choke and then settle things outside of the arena. So the first thing they ask you is, like, how are you wronged? Like, how severely were you wronged? Is this an emotional thing where you need a couple of days, or is this more of a financial thing where you cannot possibly recover from what this other person did to you?
Assassins were hired to assault us in our own home.
Oh,
There was use of positive energy weapons,
I see.
and there's further issues they may be involved in.
Okay.
That I'm
Yeah.
not free to digress at this time.
Yeah, let's say the things we can openly talk about are very limited, but very strong.
Ah, and he takes out some papers from his desk and say, like, this is something you need to file directly with the government beforehand. Once we file the complaint and it's on file with the evidence, that will substantiate your claim to challenge in the arena more substantial. Because at that point, not only will you have it on file that you made the complaint against this particular offender. I don't know who they are, so I can't say what the effect will be. But you will have it on file, you will have the evidence documented by the government, and you will be able to substantiate that claim if he directly challenges you back.
Now, is that paperwork the short form or the long form? If it's the short form, give us the long form.
Oh, it's
Please.
I was gonna say I'm going to assume it's a stack a foot tall. Just pick that up and hand it to Lex.
Yes, it needs to be all in triplicate.
Only
Only in
triplicate?
triplicate.
That's going easy. What about the? What would it be for 5 or 6 copies?
Octuplet. We usually do things 8 times, but that's just us. But sure, if you have any amendments, if the rules get changed while we're at it, just send them my way.
No problem. One of the copies is going to go to that mummy lord lady that you know that set you up with Geb. She's immediately going to get one because she needs to put her signature and seal on it once she sees all the evidence and everything. And she'll probably want to talk to you afterwards as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so...
I figured she came across very much as like she's the mayor of the city kind of thing, whereas Geb runs the whole country.
Yes, she handles things that are beneath Geb. And if it's beneath her, you get delegated elsewhere. All right, so is the evidence circumstantial, or is it definite evidence?
Do we have paperwork of the hiring of the assassins? We have remains from the assassins that could always potentially be magic used to interrogate.
Okay, so that's
the
more...
positive energy use could be posed as circumstantial, but you wouldn't accuse us of using positive energy, would you?
No?
Yeah, so see, it's it's pretty definite.
Okay. That will work on me, but circular logic will not work on Geb.
I mean, it's not the worst thing, but
All right. So, you do have evidence. The next question he's going to ask you, are you choosing to reveal this to the public? Are you going to go public with this before you challenge him?
Could we just make the challenge be the going public part?
You would need to reveal it to the public at that time with the evidence, but yes, if you choose to do so, you may.
a quick powwow between us, real quick.
He'll give you the
So-
keys to a private, soundproof meeting room where you can deliberate, and he will wait outside.
Okay. So I think for the matter of national security, those should probably remain internal. So if anybody, like Gab or the mayor lady asks. But for the other ones, we could publicly just vaguely refer to the use of positive energy. It wouldn't probably work on those who know what's going on.
Though
But-
making it public will make it harder for him to avoid. You just sow a rumor, essentially. Even if he somehow deals with us, somebody's bound to take notice. At least it will be, out. At least we'll start a rumor mill.
Yeah, but then let's keep the details vague enough. So
Oh, yeah, the
Generally
investigation details would remain
Yeah.
vague. The public calling out would be for the audacity of hiring assassins to kill us in our own home.
It's a compliment to some Bloodlords.
I mean, it would have been a compliment if they, were somewhat useful.
Or if he did it himself, or at least had his direct underlings doing it, but just hiring assassins? Just mooks? That clearly didn't do the proper rituals to conduct an assassination. I didn't see any of the appropriate markings.
They used that time they could have used for the rituals to build a wall.
So we're accusing
Whoa.
him of incompetence.
No. We can stick with the heresy.
They
But
did
against
build without a building permit.
No, well, that, yes, we can verify whether he had building permits to do that or not. But also, if those ghouls weren't hired through the proper channels for assassins, there's a whole religion against that concept. They're very structured on how they do things. They
Yeah.
hired scabs, non-union workers.
Oh, God.
Can't have that.
We're an evil nation, but not that evil.
It's a lawful evil nation.
Yeah.
Unions and contract guild agreements would be very much a thing.
So, Taji, at this time that you are in the soundproof room with all your companions and allies discussing things, do you wish to reveal anything to them at this point?
I'm thinking.
Excuse me.
Not at this time.
Okay.
Oh, you recently said we could have hirelings. Could I have a paralegal activity?
Yes, you may have up to 3d4 hirelings of your choice
Yeah.
each.
At this point, just a paralegal.
Okay, yeah.
Who is paranormal?
Paranormal, paralegal, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
ooh. Can we have them jump out with a parachute from from Tatter's little flying cat house thing? Because then the way that they're a paralegal.
We can get on that.
The answer is yes, but I don't understand why.
Paratroop, paranormal, paralegal.
And do you want them to have a parrot as well?
That just seems excessive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We're not pirates.
I think they should actually, and there should be a pair of them.
Oh.
And they're from Paris.
Oh.
That's just being paranoid.
I mean, I think we've had that down pat from the first session of this.
Okay, but the paralegal can start on filling out some, some paperwork.
So your paralegal has this wonderful little device with them that does like it's kind of like a tablet with metallic little things that type on for letters and whatnot as you talk. It kind of looks like a stenographer's tool.
I mean, that's certainly useful.
It will be official for court records.
Okay, let's keep that in mind while he's around. We need to point him out to him if things are off record.
Oh, even better. I'm going to reach out to if there's a local collective of followers of Blackfingers.
Blackfingers?
The aspect of Norgorber who covers both assassination and poison.
To answer your question, yes, there are Taldorians in the city.
Well, Blackfingers is one of the slightly more public ones because it could just be alchemists, and there's neutral ways to work with that stuff. But they would then be able to find out the proper parts, and if such assassinations or mass poisoning was not done with any kind of sanction by them, oh, heresy.
Well, we also do have that bits and pieces of the substance that they used.
Oh yeah, but that's what I mean. But Blackfingers covers not just the assassination attempt, but the poisoning. If they try to do both without authorization, heresy.
Yeah, let's get some assassins on the record.
We have that one. I forgot. Was he a halfling or a gnome? I forgot which ones taste like rainbows.
Oh.
No.
No, yes, that's the rainbow color. The Lucky Charms.
Unless it's according to a bullet, in which case they'll say halfling.
Oh god. Yeah, we have him as a witness. Or as a collaborator, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, we can have him go on the record too.
He will go on record. He does not know what he was smuggling, but he was smuggling, and he does know all the seals that he was forging.
It at least corroborates further.
And the forgery of the seals is messing with the Exporters Guild.
Oh!
So,
Are you
Yes,
going
yes,
to
this could mess up trade relations.
Are you going to involve the Exporters Guild or the Traders Consortium?
that might be a good idea, honestly.
Well, it's just the
Yeah.
Carters Consortium. They're just the schleppers. It's the traders of the exports. But I will also check in with the Builders League for the permits on that rapid construction, unauthorized construction done on our home.
Well, I used to be a part of the food traders. Maybe I can bear weight there, since shipping out food, contaminated food, could mess with the flow of exports and imports greatly.
Yeah, if you have good contacts to them, try to bring the topic up, I think.
Just do not mention myself or Tatters were not well liked by the exporters. Personally,
We don't cheat well.
as a group, we're fine. He does not cheat well, and he got me involved.
What did you guys do?
He got me involved in cheating at the board game.
It's Undead Monopoly, and he tried to take Park Place.
But it is a personal issue of the exporters with the two of us, not the rest of us, so you can still lean on that.
For example, I'm perfectly fine with them. I
Yes,
play by the
exactly.
rules.
Quite unbelievable. I'm ashamed at you.
What? He's not very good at lying. Tatters is very friendly and good at making friends, but he's not the best liar.
You will have time to work on that in the future.
Yeah, I'm not the best liar.
What did I tell you?
Let's...
All right, so you have a lot of things going on for you here, and you have potential to not only talk to the celebrants, but the other guilds that control Geb as well. So, shall we start with the carters, or do you want to start with the traders? Do you want to start with the builders?
Taji, you have the in with the export guild. Why don't you start there?
Very well.
Okay. One of the lizard folk representatives will see you and whatnot within the scenarium, whether you go alone or with the group and whatnot, and he greets you and says like, "Oh, a Bloodlord! How prestigious!"
Oh, because I never go in, I'll just enter like this.
Ah, form of a bat. And then he just rolls his eyes and goes like, "Oh, not another vampire."
Well, you're only half right there. I'm a vampire.
How may I help you, Bloodlord?
Yes. I was going to write it out of character. I believe we're writing a report, right?
Yes, you already have
Or
your
follow.
report written. It's been stenographed. You have your witness testimonies. You have all the evidence and whatnot filed in government files, so any government official can retrieve the file.
Oh, okay. So I'm just here to like hand these over for evidence and do a statement.
Okay. And he'll
So
take a look
I'll-
at things.
Yep. Yep. I'm just going to file this with you guys and statement as well.
And he looks at it, and he's horrified as he sees, like, seals were forged and whatnot, and that there's a smuggler on the loose, and that the smuggler was hired by someone, and he immediately begins requesting a warrant for arrest.
I hear a warrant for arrest was requested.
Ah! Not again!
He just appears behind him.
Out of the floor beneath him.
And he gives you a warrant to arrest that gnome.
Oh, that part has been taken care of. We want to get to the level upwards. To the one who commands.
Yes.
In order to do that, I need to see a financial paper trail. How is this man paid?
We have the gnome's records, don't we?
Let's see.
P for party.
I have to check the stash.
The stash. Oh, I need to
Yeah,
change.
because I know we had papers.
Is there something in Sani's business records about, the raw materials?
Oh yes, and the hag tax. Very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe we have evidence in the form of ledgers and stuff. Yeah.
Ah yes, he did mention the hag tax, and that was his creation. So he forged taxes as well.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what the Tax
yeah.
Collectors Guild.
Yeah, we'll pay them a visit too. It gets even better.
Oh.
Well, I would think both would, because the export guild would have then had to pay the hag tax. So they're going to need,
Absolutely.
you
They have been defrauded.
Yeah.
exactly.
All right. So yeah, he's gonna take the ledgers, the copy of the ledgers from Dasani. He's going to make sure he alerts the Tax Collectors Guild as well, because they want a refund now.
Oh, they can have a court-verified copy. They cannot have the originals.
Yes, they
No,
just
we've
want a
made various
copy.
copies.
Yeah.
So they have the witness testimony, and they have Sahani's business records and everything. So that is in stone now, and that is in government file.
So, would you be supportive of bringing whoever might pull the threads of this whole affair to justice?
Right, he gave you a warrant. He's very much on board to apprehend this.
I mean, not the
person.
middleman. The middleman is entirely replaceable.
He tells you it depends on who that person was. It might be beyond my jurisdiction. If they're a bloodlord like you, I can't do anything. My hands will be tied. It will be up to the higher court to determine what to do. Geb does not tolerate disobedience. That's why he gave you each an item from his treasury so he could spy on you.
Yeah,
Yes.
we know.
Yes.
Okay,
It's called body cams.
yeah, but honestly, you better get your highest ranking superior you can grab right now.
And he will go get the highest person from the Traders Guild that he can get, which is a very ghoulish looking individual who is also a lizard folk, and he just kind of waves to
I mean, even if they can't actually issue a valid warrant, they could at least issue a statement that they would be in support of a warrant against the
Yeah.
person.
Yep, they will make sure to sign your petition to bring this person to justice, whoever they are, but
Political backing is all we're looking for.
Yep, they support you politically against the person who committed high treason against Geb.
Wonderful.
And he will put the seal of the was it the Export Guild or the Consort
Export.
Cars? Yeah, Export Guild sealed on your request.
Okay, now we should probably continue to the tax collectors union because until this all goes through the bureaucracy, we can talk to the other ones and then get back to collect their stamp.
Ah, Lex, it's time to talk to your boss again that you don't like.
I mean, the last boss I didn't like was removed, but
His
yeah.
head was removed. He's a Doulahan
Yeah.
now.
Oh, wonderful!
Nice.
Let's talk to him.
Okay. So yes, it's very hard to fit the horse into the office and everything, but he managed somehow.
First floor, there's a stable entry on the back wall instead of a window.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, nice to see you again.
What is his name, Lex? You've mentioned this man several times, but you've never named him.
It is a good question. Konrad. I don't know.
I
Is
don't.
Konrad on the name?
Conrad is a name, yes. It can be a name.
Ulahan. His name is Ulahan the Doulahan.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's better.
Which was very awkward for him before he was a Doulahan.
Ulahan, nice to see you.
Yes, he puts his head back at eye level again and says, like, my subordinate, how are you doing? Congratulations on your ascension to Bloodlord.
Thank you very much. But I have not forgotten where I've come from, and I have brought some wonderful news. Or less wonderful, but it is good that it came up finally. We have uncovered an unauthorized text that was actually used to enrich an individual.
He hits a little alarm on his desk as sirens go off and people mobilize.
Yeah, we have already addressed the situation at the base level, but now we want to get to who's on top.
Ah, yes. Audit! I demand an audit!
Yes.
Hear like sounds of lightning in the background.
Do the tax collectors decide things by trial by audit?
We have
Absolutely.
an
And if
internal.
trial
Audit
by
each other,
audit
just-
fails, they just send in, collectors.
Oh no, I just figured like they
The
try to audit
collector.
each other, and whoever fails to audit the other correctly is the one who loses.
We we don't play parlay to politics and the political system of Geb. We have an internal council that we answer to before we bring things to court. It is that council that you will need to bring the evidence and the files to in order for us to proceed to court. But yes, an audit is in order first. Tell me the name of the
Absolutely.
individual, and I shall strike them down.
I mean, I'm afraid this might be above our combined pay grade to strike down right now, but while I respect our stance of not getting really too involved with what's the opinion of politics, our political stance could hold significant impact on this matter, because they have not only defrauded Gap as a tax entity,
System.
but other guilds as well.
They have defied the sovereignty of Geb? That is high treason.
Yes. And the only thing we would ask is some backing once the audit is done and we want to get to a proper trial or execution of a warrant. Oh, by the way, here's some court-verified copies of some business records connected to this matter.
This is terrible. I will need to issue a refund.
I mean, those were not our collected taxes, so we're technically not in the obligation to pay. It's not even a foreign tax, which might grant some tax credits.
But it is within Geb's domain. This is most interesting. I will need to see this vampire that was in charge of this particular town. Bring him immediately. I hereby charge you.
Already made impossible due to a lawful execution by the defrauded party.
Who was the defrauded party? The traders?
The exporters.
The exporters. Yes. They executed someone?
I mean,
They
after they were
exported him
attacked.
to Pharasma?
Yes, honestly.
I'm...
But the one who defrauded everybody, the one in charge, they went to the Exporters Guild, attacked them, and, well, Paste remained.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, and now the town is in the good hands of our good ally Lixel, who is very cordial with the Tax Collectors Union.
Excellent. I shall need her statement as well, and we shall add it to your request. And he puts his seal on your request.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
And to add, the benefiting party of this fraud is dead. We have some of their remains, but they are very dead. The one who devised this scheme...
Did you
we
file the correct name change forms? He looks at Sevatar.
What name change?
It turns to Avatar.
It was made official in Geb's audience that you were going by an alias.
Oh, that little thing. Yeah, that
What
has
alias?
been on file with an official. It has not been entered the big record, but we have about, I think, 27 months for that since the last revision of the internal codes.
I shall...
We also have the party responsible for the scheme for the fraudulent tax in custody and willing to give statement against the one who instigated the need for it.
We shall talk later, Bloodlord Sevatar. But yes, I will support you.
Wonderful. Let's just get this through a proper audit. We'll talk to the other parties who also have some interest in this matter. And
There are more
when
parties
we're
involved?
oh, you couldn't even imagine.
Audits!
It is horrible.
Audits for each of them!
Oh, they'll be wanting to conduct their own audits as to how these things happened.
You know, you could divert from protocol in this matter and make some of those audit accessible for the public, since there is a huge interest from many parties.
Ah, yes, I shall approach the internal council now, and then go to the Regent Lord, as she is, currently within the Sonarium. I forget her name. Why did I forget her name? That's very unprofessional of me.
Oh, we usually go by title and the tax number. It's alright.
Now it's bugging me. We used her a lot. Ah, Dijon! There she is. I will take the matter to her
Yes.
immediately.
The mustard regent.
Fat cat now.
Yeah, absolutely take it to her. But let's first get the audits in proper rolling order.
Yes, tell me the name of the offender, and I shall break down the door to their residence. I will personally go through all their finances. I shall lead the charge. I shall reclaim all of their people. Every employee that they have will be made destitute.
You don't want to do that right now. You don't want to know it right now.
I think we want to let them do it.
Yeah, I mean, are you sure you want the name right now?
I'm pretty sure. You've given me no reason not to know the name.
I mean, if you're really, really sure, you may, but this is one of those matters where someone might profit from some blissful ignorance.
Are you saying I don't have a good head on my shoulders?
You know what? I think he can have the name, right?
Yeah.
He has the best head on his shoulders that I can imagine. Okay, so this will need a little bit of confidentiality until we are ready to go public, but it's about Hyrule.
Okay. Only the internal council will know. We will not tell Dijon. Not until we are authorized to move.
Wonderful, wonderful.
But if it is a
Thank you
Bloodlord
very
doing
much.
this, you can understand that it will have the most dramatic consequences. Why, there might even be some pageantry involved within the streets of Geb as we all throw tomatoes at him.
Oh, we've started that ball rolling as well, in case.
You have no idea what we do to Bloodlords publicly when they fail.
No, but I know what I do to nobles who fail publicly.
Ah, yes. Do you audit them?
No.
Liquidation.
But they are served a severance.
Oh, I get your name now. Mine's more obvious with the Doulahan part, but it took me a moment to figure it out. Alright, so you have the cooperation of the Export Guild and the Tax Collectors Union.
Wonderful.
Where to now?
I mean, this doesn't require so much as we can just I can go through records, check with the Builders League for the permits for that those assassins may or may not have filed or fraudulently obtained for what they did in our home. And
The fire code violations must be enormous. blocking off emergency exits?
Do you want me to do a check to see if I can find those records, if they're real or not?
You do not need a check. If the files exist within the government, you will be able to obtain them. They do not exist.
Perfect. There's that icing. And then, yes, I will reach out to whatever contacts I can find in the city with, for Blackfingers.
Yes, you may have 3d4 contacts within the city, as is your right to have underlings. So they could be directly working for you, for all we know.
I would very much likely have an underling or two with a connection to Blackfingers or one of the others.
Mm.
Probably one of our own personal lawyers to do with the Reaper of Reputation, because I still love that concept.
Okay, yeah.
But, you know, interconnection.
Yes, you will have ties as you see befit. So you are very much aware of the organization and you have a contact.
I will then find them to see if if there was any mass poisoning checked with, or if those assassins were in any way related, or if they were scabs.
So, the first thing they're going to tell you is biological warfare is forbidden by the Treaty of Alkenstar. We all know what happened the last time. The world is not ready to repeat that error. And Geb and Nyx both agreed to it.
Excellent, that covers that then. And these ghoul razor claws, are they registered in any way?
They
or
probably
was they scabs?
They probably came from an agency.
Can we find that out? Because I'm not against bringing charges of heresy against the hiring party if they're not.
You would need documentation that they may have had on them, or you would need one of them able to testify in the form of speak with dead or some other means.
I got one of their heads.
That's good enough. And they will tell you that they were hired directly from the Church of Urgathoa.
Okay, so they're not registered with the appropriate channels to perform an assassination. Good to know. They hired scabs. No wonder they're shit.
I mean, you get what you pay for, right?
Exactly. If they'd hired proper assassins, I wouldn't be here to complain about it.
Would you like to file a counter-assassination at this time?
No, simply enough to verify that these were not proper ones that could be hired. We'll be dealing with recompense on our own.
Okay.
We
well,
are the counter assassination.
And she looks down at the little doll and says, like, "Oh, that's so cute!"
Don't let it fool you. He can do terrifying things.
And she, like, puts a little sticker on his head and gives you the file. With everything verified.
It's on the sticker. Does it say counter assassination?
It says assassination. It's... Never get behind in assassinations.
Junior assassin sticker?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
junior sheriff sticker kind of thing?
It's like
Yes. That
like...
time in Undead Scouts where I got my assassination badge in.
It took care of the bear that was sniffing around the garbage.
They fed it Coke. Created a greater problem, but got the bear out of the way.
Alright, so what's next, children? You seem to have been very productive today.
How much time are we all talking between when we try and do all this stuff with the Deathless Arena?
As much as you want. I mean, like, you're the ones who are going to issue this challenge. He has not sought retaliation with you just yet. It seems like you're the ones in control of the situation, from what I can see.
I would very much like to get a greater weapon striking rune on my sword.
Yep, that can be done in the background. It will take 8 hours.
I will need to figure out some stuff that I can sell.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do not have the gold myself.
Gloaming Arc says, don't you dare think about selling me.
You're the one that's getting the extra rune.
I deserve it.
I agree.
Well, remember, you only need to pay the difference between that and your current striking rune.
Yes.
We have some unsold trade goods
1,000
and
gold.
stained glass windows we could sell.
Yes.
That's what I was kind of looking through just now.
You just bring the stained glass windows to a pawn shop.
I mean, to be
We
fair,
have found those.
we also have 4 sets of full plate, a set of +1 leather armor, +1 resilient leather armor that I
Yep.
don't think any of us are using.
You could give it to your
Yeah.
companions, your people you're hiring, your little hirelings. It's just like, what a
This
good
is
job.
true.
Have a
Here,
plus
I'll
one.
give it to my. Here, I'll give
Yeah.
it to my squire. You get a +1.
Why, sir, this is more than my yearly salary. Thank you.
It's probably more than his 10 yearly salary.
Also have those 2 staffs of necromancy we can sell.
That is true too. We have a lot actually, just kind of randomly sitting.
Oh,
in here.
I'm adding up
Yeah.
the treasure plus the 2 staves is 4550.
Yeah. I mean, if you look just at the top there, total wealth inside of our stash is 21,000.
That takes the stuff that sells at half at their full value, though.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Don't we have some kind of cauldron that smelts stuff down for its value?
Yes.
For materials,
Okay.
So if you found
But
it,
that would also get a reduction, right?
nope, it would be full price. So if you find an adamantine, like breastplate, and you don't want breastplate, you melt it down and put it towards
okay.
a full plate.
I was gonna
Okay.
ask that
Okay.
actually. Are we able to add? What's it called? Oh man, words.
Words.
so we could use the cauldron to turn the 2 staffs of necromancy into 2 full values worth of components for staff of necromancy.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Cool.
Wait, can we turn it into a nunchuck of necromancy?
No, we have to make the nunchucks after. It only breaks it down to base components.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
this. We did this with the staves of power in How Jin's adventure. That didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
Staff chucks are amazing.
Staff chucks.
You had 5
Alright.
staves of power and you sold them all.
We were power.
You know, maybe the power was in us all along.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, you say
Are-
that, but I'm looking at the total wealth of equipment and I'm wearing it. It's 11,000. So maybe not. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Taji, do you have kinetic activation?
I don't. I can get it if you want. Just give me a day.
We have that wand of cone of cold, and I'm wondering if because you have water element, you could use it if you had that feat.
I can use it. It just takes a day to retrain a kinetic feat.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. I can take it because I have trick magic item.
Oh yeah, you
Cool
can
it.
use it then.
So,
You can-
to redo runes is 8 hours, right? So to get a new rune or to swap runes over is 8 hours total, correct?
Yep, 8 hours. Unfortunately, it's non-negotiable. However, in the remaster, things will be a little bit different for crafting. I can't introduce those rules now because we don't have a magical craftsman here.
How do we party stash again?
P.
Go
Press
to
P.
the players tab and is there just a
It's
P?
P.
Oh yeah.
PP.
Wow.
Oh, neat.
Look at that.
The only person who doesn't have dark vision is the vampire.
Fuck you.
I also renamed your
cool.
group name.
The Rising Star, though, yeah.
Yeah, from the player characters.
Because what I would like to do, actually, if possible, I do need to get the Greater Striking Rune. Greater Striking Rune for sure. And then, if possible, I would also like to swap the runes from my +1 Striking Ghost Touch Greatsword onto my hand wraps. I don't really need the Ghost Touch because I have the Aeon Stone now, but
Mm-hmm.
just in case.
Oh,
So
that's
you're going
fine.
from striking to striking greater?
No, my Gloaming Arc...
It's a +2.
Yeah, my Gloaming Arc is a +2. It has weapon striking. I just need to get it to greater, so that would be 1,000
Yeah.
gold.
Yes. That's why I was just
And
confirming
then-
the jump you're doing.
Yeah, and then Hand Wraps of Mighty Blows currently have no enchantment on them, so they would be going to a +1 striking.
Do you want that ghost touch so you can grapple ghosts?
Hand wraps of
again?
mighty blows are already +1 by default.
Are they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would just need a striking rune for them then.
We almost have 100,000 gold.
That's thanks to
Worth.
Kortash Khan. He rewarded you greatly. If
did
only there
indeed.
were a way to gain Kortash Khan's approval as his friend for your duel thingy.
Oh, we could use that too. Add that as just another layer of shit we're dropping on him. So, are we good with selling the treasure, the staffs of necromancy? And I figure we could sell that golden lion's wondrous figure. We're not really using that.
I've debated on taking that thing so many times and I just haven't done it, so I'm good with selling it.
Take what?
It's a Golden Lion's Wondrous figurine. It allows you to summon 2 lions. It's kind of cool, but at the same time, if they're just basic lions, I don't know what they're.
Also, how many of those are 8th Weave patches do we want to keep?
I think the bigger question on those things is, do we want to distribute those to the possible public? Because that's kind of... Those are kind of a unique thing there. I don't know how... I mean, they're a rare object, so putting those in the hands of public could have repercussions in terms of all of a sudden we have a bunch of ghosts going around that can just phase through walls and steal people's shit.
I mean, they
Yeah.
can phase through walls anyways,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
harder to steal shit.
Yeah,
doing
it's harder
so.
to steal
Yeah.
shit unless they actually literally have a patch that goes, hey, guess what? You can touch everything.
Yep. Yep.
oh,
Starting to get it now.
Yeah, like those things are really powerful, actually. Incorporeal creatures can touch, hold, and carry, like,
Stuff.
anything, basically.
this might be of interest for the Tax Collectors Guild, honestly.
Oh.
I mean, they wouldn't have to worry
no!
about collecting their taxes anymore. It's
Surprise!
just like, hey, by the way, your taxes are overdue. Thanks.
Yeah, they don't need to knock now, they just need a couple of raves.
Could always try and upsell them, too.
Until the banks or people's stores just start having permanent walls of force put in.
So
Yeah,
this is
right.
a level 20 settlement. First of all, now that you've mentioned this is a level 20 settlement. Just like Absalon, you can buy everything here. No one sells these patches.
Yeah, that's what I was mainly getting at right there.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, so other than the patches, we're good with selling the other treasure, the necromancy, and the wondrous figure?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is there just like a just a sell thing, or do we just got to add all the gold up?
There should be a sell button on things. If not, you can add the gold.
There is on players, not from the stash.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
There should be on the stash. I will suggest it to them.
But yeah, no. With the gold that we have in the stash right now, the 780 there, and then I have 454. I can do all of my runes myself there. Let's see. I don't think I really have any treasure unless you count the Dust of Iron Tavia or the Head of Corinza as treasure.
Dust of Iron Tavia.
Sentimental value.
Wasn't she involved in all this bullshit? Didn't she know a lot? And wasn't she turned into a vampire by somebody?
That is true.
Did we find and kill her second time? Forgot.
Yes.
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 Oh, I have found something in my inventory which I've probably stolen in the nick of time. It's a Codex of Unimpeded Sight.
I have an idea. Can I have the Dust of Iron Tavia?
Absolutely, you can.
Wait, what do you plan on doing with that?
Here,
I'm
I'll
gonna
throw it
make her a
I'll throw it in the
puppet.
stash.
Oh no!
I'll throw it in the stash. You can have the Head of Corinza too.
Oh my god!
I don't need that one.
That's
But
alright.
I
You can
want
have it
Uno
anyways.
I'm gonna Uno reverse card on her.
Oh no!
Do you need a leather bag containing finger bones?
Okay, and so that gives me.
Do you want me to help you build the puppet?
Go to
Striking.
Midjourney immediately.
Are you able to
Good
add
point,
precious
good point.
materials to weapons?
Is there an art of
You
Iron
have to get
Tavia
weapons
you can post?
made
Yes.
out of it. Also, you could make her a wooden puppet. We have sterling artisans tools for woodworking.
Oh my god! You have all the crafting tools.
No, but I can do that at will in combat if you need. Right, my plate and
Sure.
treasure thing.
There is my mid journey.
But yeah, you have to get the weapon made of it in the first place.
Okay. Are there any special properties of Gloaming Arc that would allow me to add it to it?
Not at this
I'm
time.
thinking probably not.
Yeah,
but-
not at this
okay,
time.
Okay.
So that's what she
Alright.
looked like the last time. Do you want how she looked originally?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Iron. Here we go. Here she here's the baby. Here she is, the old girl. There she is for you.
How can I copy this? Can I grab this?
Yes, I will give it to
Oh.
you. Don't worry. Don't worry.
What type of vampire was she?
She was a mental vampire, a very, very, very specific type of vampire, which you discovered.
Wow, that is surprisingly good.
Bro, no, she looked like the vampire gangs. Jesus Christ.
Look at my mid
You skipped
journey
leg day,
server.
Oh my god.
No, she was beefy like that because she's an iron hag or whatever it was.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but she was very intelligent for what she was. Alright, let's see if I can get to this art file and send it to you. Because it's being temperamental. Because all the backslashes are the wrong way.
I think Lex got it actually.
Okay,
If you
good.
shift
Good enough.
right click on anything that's popping up on the in the thingy,
Oh,
you
because it's a
can
browser.
open the you can open it in a new tab.
Okay.
Technology.
Yes.
By the way, does anybody of us cast from a grimoire like this one? Because I found it in my inventory because I stole it from somebody, I think.
Is it the Grimoire of Hags?
Of Unimpeded Sight.
Oh no. Yeah, that's that was from the tower.
Yeah, so it costs 1/8, but if anybody wants it to use it to cast stuff,
Sorry,
that is
Annis hag is the type she was.
If you still had Jarloff.
Whoa.
Oh no.
This is
this
Getting
sounds amazing.
trippy.
Oh god.
it's something.
Now, I do have to say, for your Pathfinder Iron Hag as a doll, is that first one Calypso?
I think so.
That feels like Calypso.
Some of these are really good.
Huh.
That
Well-
top right one looks like Pennywise.
Yeah, it does.
While you guys decide on what you want your new puppet to look like, where else are you going while you're shopping and doing all this? You are being incredibly productive this session.
I mean, let's get also some international support for our cause.
So you want to
Visit
go to
Cortage Khan.
you want to visit
Yeah.
Cortage Khan? Yeah, he's your friend and everything now, and he's given you gifts and whatnot. You've done him a lot of favors. You've given him his chorus and whatnot. He still doesn't speak to you with his voice. He still uses the chorus and whatnot. And he prepares like the regular, fare and whatnot as his table, which is all undead food and stuff. And he asks like, "What can I do for you today? Did you heed my message? Was the dock saved?"
It was, largely. And we tracked down the culprits behind it, and our visit is to do with trying to resolve the end of that. We know who's responsible, and we wish to call them out.
Ugh. And he recoils in his chair. Geb politics. Why have you not simply just executed them?
Because we wish to also humiliate them in the process.
Ah, yes, Geb politics. Usually we...
I think that's... I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I think that's the winner. The one I just posted in general.
Let's see. That is pretty good.
Yeah, like right before you posted that, I was gonna say the first one or the fourth one or somewhere in between.
Yep.
And then the next thing you post before I even typed is somewhere in between.
So yeah, he'll
Mid-journey gotten amazing. Sorry, continue.
No, that's quite alright. It still can't do crying, and it still can't do holding objects, but it's gotten very good at blending things. I do agree with that. So, he'll just look at you and said, like, this is an issue for Geb. Why do you need me?
To put it simply, we simply wish your support, as the activities of this party are likely as what has affected your issue with Geb himself.
You're saying that this particular offender is the reason why I have not received the proper tribute?
At the very least, a large contributing factor to that.
I see. Oh,
He
what?
has attacked export to other nations, verifiably. We were not able to verify that attacks were made on shipments to your nation, but it's not
But
unlikely.
attacks on the other nations is why, would cause Geb to not want to have to give up as much resource as he does to you.
Exactly.
And this is where your information falls short, he says with a sinister smile. You see, those ships were bound for Nemeknakor within the underground waterways. They were indeed meant for my nation, to feed my slaves.
Then this would have been a direct assault against you if they had gone through.
Indeed. How
Yeah,
odd. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, your slaves would have been some weird like pus throwing abominations.
And we can't eat those now, can we?
I never tried, but I think the taste would be quite caustic.
And he begins laughing, tilting his head back. Yes. So not only did this offender prevent the regional tribute that I am entitled to, he attempted to attack my own personal food stores. How
It would seem,
Yeah.
yes.
how very odd.
Do you have any idea why he would do such a thing?
Because he's dead, that's why.
Like outside of causing a quite the economic disaster.
Well, I can only think with Gebian politics involved, he intended to humiliate someone, as you intend to do so. But this whole conspiracy with, like, ending all life or undeath on the planet, it is simply too fantastical. I can't believe this. In a world where 3 goddesses have a polyamorous relationship with each other, this is too far. This is too much. What do you need of me?
I mean, we understand your disdain for internal politics. I know of a whole faction who holds similar opinions and prefers to keep things internal and, so to say, perform an audit on their own volition.
Hmm.
And they have offered their public support to us already. And we merely ask to do the same, because your name would hold, of course, way more water than theirs.
Publicly,
If anything, merely a document confirming that those ships would have been bound to your kingdom to show what effect it would have had.
I can do that much, however, I cannot publicly appear. That one time I appeared to you was simply to alert you. I am not permitted to leave the grounds, as you do understand. But yes, I will substantiate this, as that was my ships and my crew for my country. And he will give you the ship's registrar.
Wonderful.
Now, what do you intend to do with this offender, may I ask?
Ultimately, we intend to see them killed.
Yeah, or a stake through the heart.
Ah,
Yeah.
they're a vampire.
Yeah, you might have met them before.
Interesting. As far as I'm concerned, vampires are not true undead. They can leave their victims alive after they feed. As far as I'm concerned, they're second-class citizens in the Mechnamore.
I mean, that's,
Sure.
that's an opinion to have. But if you want to see what is ultimately done with this offender, you might do a little bit of a scrying on the Deathless Arena at some point.
The Deathless Arena. And he looks at you very interested now. Why would I want to look at that? I'm not a sports fan. What are you doing?
Just the normal amount of ultra violence we engage in if somebody breaks the law.
You intend to make a spectacle of things, do you not?
That might be an effect of the whole thing, yes.
And he leans back into his seat and begins adjusting his fingers like Mr. Burns. Excellent. Excellent. Pageantry. Showmanship, yes. Yes, yes. I will look forward to this. Knowing Geb...
Hey.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Knowing Geb, he probably won't even be there at the Deathless Arena when you make this challenge. However, you can expect him to be watching as well, I am certain. Something that happens between very high-ranking officials such as Bloodlords within his country. Oh, he will be most interested. even if he does not show it.
That's good to know.
I have much to prepare for.
I can imagine we do too. So, did we think of another party who might also be interested in this whole affair?
Is it time to put some death into Deathless Arena?
I mean, first we would probably need to go to Dijon to talk with her as well to get her approval on the whole paperwork side of things.
Oh yeah, right.
But do we want to get anybody else on board?
Do we have any other leads? I don't think so, right?
I don't think so either.
Not that I can think of.
Okay. So you're gonna go to the mummy lady?
Yeah.
Alright, so as you approach her office, you notice an extremely long line today, with a lot of familiar looking faces.
Is there any way we could expedite this line by having us all set as a single cause?
Yes, you can file a joint complaint of sorts.
A class action.
Yeah. So, the first thing that's going to happen is she's going to be immensely surprised, because this is something that all the factions of Geb agree on. Those are rare instances. So that alone has her attention. And then she sees you guys.
And what is her reaction then?
At this point, when she sees you, she's going to look at you and beckon you forward and say, like, you've certainly caused quite a stir within the city. Are you aware that Bloodlord Hyrule has named you the responsible party for the incident down at the docks?
You mean
that would depend on exactly what portion of the incident they wish to make us accountable for, the ultimate cause of the incident, or simply it becoming very public what happened there because we were there to stop it.
Yeah, we were responsible for containing the whole deal.
That was not his version of the account. However, I am seeing by what your activities you have done today that there is simply so much in question to what is actually happening within the city. First and foremost, due to all the complaints and all the registered evidence that has been entered into the court record, I have forbidden any export at this time, meaning that the export guild itself is incredulously looking for answers from both you and Hyrule.
I think currently the best way to check exports is to take samples by somebody living. Well, I think we have a tavern full of sailors, which would probably help. They might be a little bit drunken.
Unfortunately, that tavern full of sailors has gone missing.
Oh, has it now?
Yes, tavern and all. Entire tavern gone.
Huh.
The restaurant business is cutthroat, I tell you.
Huh. Might it?
Well, we can
Might
also
have-
produce the smuggler who was directly involved in what happened at the docks, and he can give a statement as to who actually hired him
Ah, yes,
to do what he did.
I do have his statement on record, yes. He was hired by Bloodlord Hyrule. However, I do not know what it is he was smuggling.
It was a combination of 3 chemicals mixed together to taint the food supply.
Ah. Tainting food. I see. At
Long
this-
story short, it is what caused the whole mess in the docks.
Well, it seems that is the issue in dispute right now, and I can tell from talking with all the factions and with you and Bloodlord Hyrule that the scenarium, as well as all of Mekatar, is polarizing between you and Bloodlord Hyrule. It seems you've garnished quite a bit of attention in your short time here. If you were intending to do something, current political levels are escalating to the point where I advise you to make your move, quote-unquote, unless you wish to see things boil over.
No, we do wish to proceed forward with our solution, but we simply wish to be able to make it a public challenge to him.
Ah,
See, I have a stack of paperwork right here. It's just 1 copy, don't worry. The other copies have already been forwarded to the correct parties. This would be a challenge for the Deathless Arena, so we can have clarity on things.
ah, yes, I see. You have done things very by the book. I am impressed. I am truly impressed by all that you have done. However, in order to make the public challenge, how are you going to do this exactly? Are you simply going to call him out and intimidate him? Are you going to, accuse him of something directly? It seems like you were ready to take him to court, rather than the Deathless Arena.
Well, we want to make sure everything is lined up properly so that there can be no attempts back at us or claim we did not do things correctly.
Yeah.
Well, if he intends to retaliate in some way, I fail to see how he would be successful.
Excellent.
I mean, he tried already, but that's beside the point.
Ah, yes, and she pulls up the file on the assassins. He must clearly see you as a threat if he sent assassins.
Yeah, we haven't. We don't see him as a threat.
Ah, yes.
I mean, to us, but to the nation, yes. So, our plan was so far to, get the celebrants on board, have them, publicize our challenge and some details of why we're doing it. Unless there's any objection to proceeding in that way.
We cannot object. This is strictly between the 2 Bloodlords involved within the challenge. The public has merely chosen sides to root for.
Oh, it's mainly a courtesy. If there's anything that's deemed as a matter of national security, we probably wouldn't publicize that unless it's very necessary.
Oh, I fully agree that you had the best of intentions, but this has turned into something of a spectacle, to the point where even the common layman has chosen a side in whatever it is that is happening here. You have stirred the pot. You have poked the wasp's nests. People are beginning to show discontent, and Geb is very concerned.
Then let us put the matter to rest. We shall call him out with the accusation of the crimes we have evidence of him committing.
All right, so challenge Hyrule. You publicly challenge Bloodlord Hyrule to glorious battle in the Deathless Arena. To do so, attempt, what check you doing? Because you have more than circumstantial evidence at this point. You have evidence, and you have it filed with the government. So the DC check will be 30.
Well, which of our more talky people wants to do it?
It can be intimidation if you wish. You can use
Lex, would you care to?
Let me see. What is my diplomacy?
Lex, what's your intimidation like?
I have plus 25 diplomacy.
He muted.
Nice. Oh no.
Oh, sorry. It's 24 for my intimidation. I could probably do it, but it's
Same. What's
mediocre.
yours like? Or do we let Tatters be the one to call him out publicly, which would be hilarious. That is the little doll accusing him of all these things.
He
Like,
also
I'm imagining it's like what? I'm imagining it's like one of those like little small voices.
You can
But it's
give
like,
Oh, go ahead.
oh no, you go ahead.
No, you go
I
ahead.
will do it. I will do it because I have shameless request.
Okay. Along with the evidence and your DC 30 performance check, this could be very bad for Hyrule. This could be
This
ultimate.
will be diplomacy though, but yes.
Oh, you're not going to
Can-
do performance? Okay.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So is anyone aiding this check in any way? You can aid with a
Sure.
DC 15 check of the same skill, or, because this is special, with society instead.
Yeah, I'll help.
Yeah, sure.
Here, I'll help as well.
DC 15 to aid now, children. That's a critical success. That's a +2.
37.
Wait.
That's a critical success. That's a +2.
39.
If we're masters for critical success, it's a +3.
Ooh. Well, you have reached critical
40.
success of the original roll, but okay. Yeah, that's
So
yeah.
that's the critical success, and I'll just wait. Where is it? Ah,
40.
sorry.
I like how this team is up in society. Like Jesus.
42.
Yeah,
42.
I mean, if we're playing politics, you gotta have society.
Ah, yes. Yes. So, Tatters, what is it you're saying exactly? Because you have all this evidence behind you, you have all these groups and organizations behind you, you have another nation behind you.
Just realized I was muted somehow. I was
I
gonna say,
should've-
can I aid using athletics to hold him in the air? Like a platform?
Yes, that's considered pageantry.
Okay.
I'm picturing it like Lion King style.
Yeah, I'm just like holding him. Oh, that's in that one.
Oh, no!
Oh,
You
I'm
drop
just
him.
gonna.
Okay.
Oops.
There we go.
Okay. Hey, you toss him up in the air and he
Yeah.
goes, "People of Geb!" What do you say?
I say the time of judgment is upon the traitors, and I make a loud Taco Bell sound
Oh, no.
using sound burst.
So with
Go
all the work that you have done and all these, successful checks and whatnot to up Tatter's performance or diplomacy or whatever he's using, the public reacts with eagerness and delight, and the perception that the characters are to blame shifts away from them. The characters are granted the arena's favor and can set conflict at any point they wish within the next week. In addition, you no longer suffer the penalties for taking the blame for the attack on the waterfront itself, so no one blames you for what happened.
Oh shit.
The whole party just does a move. I put in memes what will look like. They're just aiding by posing.
Yeah.
Just doing JoJo pose in the background. Or
Oh,
something.
dear God.
Sevatar's aid as he is erected a guillotine. Anyone looks at him questioning? What? You know this is what I do.
So yeah, they love pageantry and stuff like that. So Sevatar and who else did something flashy with the sound burst? That was Tatterstraws, right? So you two get thunderous applause from the people looking on in the scenarium and from all the workers gathered there as well, as Geb's giant ghost head appears in the sky and looks down at you and says, "I hereby sanction this challenge."
Oh,
Show me what you got.
Yes, show me what you got. So you
Oh
have
god, he really is doing the Dracula bit.
So you've got 1 week to do this. Are you going to prepare in any way? Or are we rushing into this? What are we doing? Because this is the most popular form of entertainment offered at the Deathless Arena. Whenever Bloodlords clash.
I guess Taji would probably want to do some like research on we'll try to do some research on how Hyrule, like what does Hyrule usually fight with in the Deathless Arena?
Ah. So let's see that. So what are you going to give me? Society or what are you doing?
He'll probably do a mixture of like society and diplomacy.
Okay. You'll give me those blind rolls, please. All right, let's see here. Okay, so from what you understand about him, he is a spellcaster, so you assume that he's going to be extremely heavy on magical attacks. And since he is a vampire, it's more than a, you know, hint. You get it because you're from a dynasty yourself, that he is going to use vampire spawns as well. Perhaps even some support from the Church of Urgathoa, who still believes that he is a cleric there, maybe. Or perhaps he's going to take minions of the Great Old One and force you to fight with these horrible amalgamations of anatomy that you cannot possibly comprehend.
No, we don't need to comprehend. We simply need to know how it dies.
All right. Will any of the vampire spawns be does he use like any specific like vampire spawns that I would know of, or is it just like regular vampire spawns?
Knowing him, it's probably the people he keeps within his hanging castle. You don't know anyone specifically, but he probably has some followers who are directly associated with him. People he trusts. Like a coven, almost, since he is a witch.
He has a coven of his vampire brethren.
He has very fancy shoes.
Majestic.
So yeah, while Taji's doing all this research, you see celebrants putting up posters for the fight. Posters that depict Bloodlord Hyrule in a most negative fashion, with all you guys looking like the prize fighters. And you see these very vivid descriptions and whatnot, and you see like Sevatar with the guillotine, and Tadastra looks very different from how he looks in real life. He looks much more menacing and evil with, like, blood coming out of his eyes and whatnot. And there's a scene with, like, this, like, helicopter sword thing going on. And Taji just, like, wreathed in flames, flying through Bloodlord Hyrule with a big hole in his chest. And, like, Lex taking his fist and phasing it through Hyrune's head. So
Wow, they are very good with this. Should we like try to take some stock in this merchandise?
It looks like they're really trying to sell tickets to this thing. It's like the celebrates directly benefit from combat in the Deathless Arena. Anyone else doing anything? You have a whole week. You don't need to use it, but it's up to you.
Do we have 3,100 gold spare?
Yes.
For what? But yes.
I'm thinking about upgrading my resilient full plate to a greater resilient full plate.
Oh yeah, I should do that too. My saves are.
I approve of this message.
Yeah, it'll also get me a armor potency along the way, but you know, if anybody needs it more than me, go for it. But using our money would be wise in some way. And the way of not dying, especially to saves, is probably a good one.
How much is potency +2?
For armor, 1060.
1060. Here,
1,000.
you don't mind if I borrow that from the treasury, right?
I will make an extra special friendship contract.
Okay.
I mean, if you already have a normal resilient plate, it would probably not be 1060, but wait, minus 340,
900?
720. If you have a resilient.
Yeah, but
You're talking about
+1.
potency.
Oh, okay, 900.
So 900 to go upgrade from +1 to +2.
Yeah, because I need to do that to get the resilient +2.
Oh, the resilient +2, that one is 3,440.
Well, I mean, +2 greater resilient. I mean, although I don't know if that's above our level.
I'll just post the whole thingy in general, so we can all take a look.
Yeah, I'll make a level 5 friendship contract for everybody.
Oh, God.
What'd that do?
What's that do?
If any one of us goes down to 0 HP, instead we steal HP from each other.
Oh yeah,
Instead of going
like
out.
similar to that thing you did in what you call it, and
Right.
Ruby Phoenix.
No, I didn't. But I don't remember doing it. I think
I mean, it's also a pretty strong thing.
So we'll sign it right before the fight.
Yeah, so I'm borrowing 2,940 GP out of the stash.
Okay.
I'm so glad I do not have to spend any more money on that armor.
So, question:
Mm-hmm.
Do we want a morgue to help us fight?
What's a morgue? As in, like,
Final destination.
is a morgue a creature or
That
morgue the
undead thing
place?
with the creature with the tongue thing.
Oh, I have never even heard of that in my life.
I don't see it in the bestiary. Am I spelling it wrong? Oh, yeah, I am spelling it wrong.
MOHRG. Because of all the rituals I've collected, I can make one. And we can afford it.
Creepy.
Do we need it though?
Bramble,
That's
Yes.
why I'm asking.
Yes,
is
sir.
it possible to put property runes on Gloaming Arc?
It is, so long as he has enough potency runes to go with those property runes. So if you have 2 properties on a +2, that's all it can hold. But if you make it into a +3,
Okay.
it can hold an extra property.
Okay.
By the way, just so everybody's aware, one of my new spells is True Target. So essentially, we gotta line up a turn where we beat the crap out of the main target.
Nice.
We've never
Yeah,
done that before.
The morgue would be a level 8 creature to help us if we want it. If
Okay.
it survived, we'd keep to keep it after. This is to create a permanent undead.
It's entirely up to you, like if you want one.
And we can save it for later.
I don't see it being that useful. I mean, my cat just leveled up severely. I think it's gonna outdo anything it can do.
And actually, think about it now, it's cheaper to, or we make more wraiths and give them those patches, and we can use them for stealing stuff.
Yeah.
We make our own wraith thieves. They're level 6 creatures. They're cheaper to make. They're 750. Yeah, we'll do that later then. Cool.
Okay.
Hmm.
Wait, are vampire spawns undead?
Yes.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, they're newly created vampires, right?
I can hijack his own spawns. Don't I have another way of doing this as well? Yeah. Bind undead. I also have that. Easy. Okay. Oh, I can't upcast it. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I see why my computer was slow. I had 2 foundries open at the same time.
Don't do that.
Oh,
That's a lot
geez.
of resources.
Yeah. It doesn't help. I'm using Chrome as well.
Don't do what you do with Roll20. Roll20, you can have multiple windows open of. Foundry actually uses resources.
Found that Incarnate uses a lot of resources too.
Mm. They have a weird dice roller.
All right, let's.
What, Incarnate?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lex took 3,100. Taji's taking 29, right?
29,040 gold.
29,000?
1,000.
I mean, 2,940 gold.
That's vampires for you. They'll just suck you dry.
I'm building my own underground castle.
A much better upside down castle. Different from a hanging castle. Hey, if you kill this guy, you get that castle, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless
I can fly to it now. Can you? Oh,
the rat couldn't. That rat is still falling.
and he's doing a good job.
All right. So, do you want to go to the Deathless Arena now? Do you want to pick your positions, because you have the right to pick your positions first before he does?
We're doing that today?
It's up to
How long do
you.
you think it's gonna take?
It will take 5 minutes to place your characters. That's it.
Placing is yes.
Yeah, to just place your
let's do that.
characters. Okay. Activate. Boop. And you can hear the roar of the crowd and everything, and you see, like, everyone, like, a lot of people who are in good standing with you in attendance, and they've got, like, your team colors on and everything. What are your team colors?
I mean,
Gray is
Lex
one of
is
them.
Lex is still wearing his armor with the official signs of the Tax Collectors Union.
So you look like a NASCAR with, like, all the advertisements on it?
No, mainly legal disclaimers, honestly.
All right.
But it looks like a NASCAR jacket, but
Yeah.
the content is different.
So these platforms are 30 feet up, and you may choose any one of them to stand on. You do not need to be grouped together, and you can choose anywhere in the arena.
Oh wait, it's multi-layered.
Yes, it
Hang on.
is.
Here, I gotta go, but you can control my character, Bramble.
No, that's fine.
I
So
believe
we're
we're
gonna
just
end.
doing positioning.
We're just doing
okay.
positioning. We're going to end. I promise you. We're just gonna pick where your things are.
Can they put themselves right next to us, or
No, they can.
how do we position it?
They only select where these little invisible numbers are. So you are currently at the main portion next to 7 and 2. But there are a lot of places you can position yourself. So you can't position yourself on the ground. You have to start on an elevated platform. So if you take up all these elevated platforms with your party and the morgue, he has to start on another platform. And he can't fly higher than 100 feet, which is the ceiling for the Deathless Arena, because that will instantly disqualify him.
Oh, we're not going to have the morgue. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Just making sure. You can bring your cat out as well if you want.
I did.
Saying he can't fly more than 100 feet implies that he can fly up to 100 feet, though.
He can do a lot of things.
That poses problems.
I mean, I could fly to
Yeah,
the
I'm-
roof
I'm-
right now.
Whether he has persistent flight or not, we don't know. But I'm pretty sure it just sounds like that's a fixed limit on the arena.
Yeah. Because it is entirely possible that a party member right now has unlimited flight.
Maybe.
Who could that be?
The cat.
I don't know.
The cat.
The cat.
If I want to stay on the middle platform so that I can buff everybody,
Okay.
but should we take those two? So he's forced to start on the left.
I mean,
Well, he's not necessarily forced to start on the left because, as far as I'm aware, he's also allowed to start on any one of these outlying platforms too, right?
Yes, he can start on any of the outlying platforms as well. If you take up all the inner platforms, he'll have no choice.
Tashi, you can fly, right?
Yeah, he's
Pseudo
got steam
flight.
stuff.
It's pseudo flight. As long as I'm not like doing anything with that action, I don't fall.
Gotcha.
I can
Maybe-
fly.
Gloaming
Actually,
Arc
that's
says.
Terrifying.
Gloaming Arc says, "No, you can't, fool.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't."
He just throw the sword and then stand on the sword.
I have a cloak of the bat.
Do
Ah.
the general top.
Oh yeah, forgot. So you're a vampire now.
I have a 30-foot flying speed for 10 minutes.
Oh, nice. I need to get me one of those.
But you're a vampire.
I'm only half down here. I only have half the flight.
How long is Zephyr?
10
I also
minutes.
fully intend to make use of some actual feats for once.
Good.
From my character.
Good.
I need to use more of my kineticist feats.
So are you
I
happy?
need to use more of my racial feats.
So are you happy with your positions?
Asim is going to... Where do I want to be? Because I can get realistically almost anywhere on the map in one turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's see, that's 30, 60. And if I am Titan size, I don't even need to be there.
This would be my position. And I will catch you guys in a bit.
Yep.
Yep.
Have a
Alrighty.
good day, sir.
Have a
Thank
good
you
one,
for
Taji.
joining us.
Yep, thanks for the session. It was fun.
Yeah. I really like the roleplay you guys did. Next time's gonna be battle.
Then we'll RP during the battle.
Don't
Start on
worry,
that platform.
because this is the guy you're going to be battling. Hyrule chose a champion.
So,
Uh-oh.
Those are void tendrils. Those are not armpit hairs.
Armpit hair tendrils.
No, that's the muss.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I'll be
No. No.
oh no, he's like a cinder rat. If you approach him, you get sickened.
Oh God.
I'm gonna start right there.
No sweat.
Okay.
Have a good day, guys. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for running.
Yep.